Abia State,
Where did you grow up?
UK,
Where you
London, Stratford.
So how would you describe your child?
Well, I would say I was born with a golden spoon. Um, my childhood was okay. Nothing, nothing tense, nothing. It was just okay.
Where are your parents?
Then Abia State.
So what's your educational background?
Um, I dropped out in university final year.
Which university?
Gregory University. Well,
Where?
Gregory University. I was in Abuad Afe Babalola University. Um, but I left in 200 level. Then went to Babcock 100 level, and I still left Babcock, and then went to Gregory University. I got in Gregory 200 level, sorry, my 300 level, 400 level final year. Second semester, I dropped out.
But what's happening in all these places? Why are you dropping out?
Well, firstly, I didn't want school in Nigeria. So because, would I say I was depressed? I won't say depressed, but I wasn't emotionally happy. So I got myself into drugs. So any school I go to, I just do drugs and I overdo it and I get expelled.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that leads us to the main story.
Yeah.
This drug issue.
Yeah.
Yes. So when did it start?
Well, I started in primary six in London, in primary school. I was asked by some group of friends if I smoked, and I said yes. After school that day, went to the playground, and they brought out cigarettes, and I tasted it. That first day was a little rough. I was just coughing, but as I did it, I got used to it. Then when I got into JS1, that's year 7, I started mingling with year 11s, my elder ones. I was in JS1, so I was mingling with SS3 boys. Because my school it was a mixed school of Asians, Chinese, Jamaicans, West Indies, blacks, just many people. So black people, we always like linking up together, especially people from Nigeria and Ghana. So when I met these guys, I saw that they were smoking. They used to smoke. So I was like, okay, since I started smoking in primary school, let me still continue, at least let that relationship be there. Then, started smoking cigarettes again in my secondary school, got into JS2, upgraded to weed. And I didn't really catch the trips of weed because I didn't really take it much. But I went to school on a very good day and I got busted by the teacher. I was smelling cigarettes, so I was reported. I got detention. Then they called my mom in. Then they told her everything that I used to smoke and this and that and that. So African women now, she started crying. That I've done this, I've done that. That she's sending me back to Nigeria to stay with my dad. So I was now sent back to Nigeria. That was in year 8. That's just 2. I came back to Nigeria. Then I restarted just 2 again. And then, I was happy that first month I came back, saw some of my old friends and things like that. I was just telling them, I smoke and this and that and that. And I started off again smoking again in Nigeria. This time it was easier because in UK, you have to be 18 before you can get drugs, you can get cigarettes, you can get alcohol. But in Nigeria, it can be any age. A 6-year-old, you can send a 6-year-old to go and get you cigarettes in the shop and he'll get it. So when I came back to Nigeria, it was very easy. I could just bust in any shop and I'll buy a pack of cigarettes. So I started off with cigarettes, doing it one-to-one so that my dad didn't find out and stuff. Met some friends, they introduced me to weed. just weed. And I started smoking weed. I loved the highness because it lasted longer and it made me active. Started with that. For some years I did weed, just normal weed. From weed, I graduated into Arizona. I started smoking Arizona SS2. Then from Arizona, going to Loud, got into 100 level, that's in Abwad. I started doing, going to 100 level in Abwad. I got myself into Yahoo. So Yahoo now, you have to like chat up clients at night. The time zone is not the same. Sometimes at night is their morning, so that kind of thing. So I needed something to keep me awake. So I was introduced to crack cocaine. The first day I tried it, I got addicted. That first day. And I started using it often. My friends introduced me to crack cocaine.
Students
Yeah, my fellow students, yeah.
in Abwad,
Yeah, in Abwad.
and they were doing it.
They were already doing it, yeah, but I didn't know. So when I started doing Yahoo with them and stuff, when I had to stay awake, I slept off. But then they kept staying awake and stuff. So I asked, how'd you guys do this thing? Why don't you sleep? They were like, they not crack. So they not CK. I was like, what's CK? Like, there's one stuff where you go take, go sleep, you go be agile, all those kind of things. So I was like, okay, let me try it out. That's how they brought it out. I bought my first gram, 24K. And, from that first hit, I just got addicted. It was just, I don't know. I won't say it's nice or it's bad, but just has
That's like
that highness, that, I don't know how to explain it. It's something else. Is a thing that when you have it, just like you don't have any worry, like you're just calm. So from then I started taking it. It didn't take me 2 months. I sold my laptop because I was now asking money frequently from my dad. I needed this, I needed that, and always just going into crack. I got expelled from Abuad, got admission into Babcock. I didn't even stay up to like a full semester.
sorry, was it the school that expelled you based on this rubbish?
Yes. It
That's
was.
related.
Well, I stopped going to class. My attendance was very low. And then exams, I wasn't writing exams. So this kind of thing in school, if they notice this thing, they do you drug test to see if you're okay or you're on substance. Because it's people that are on substance that miss classes in school, especially in private universities. So I got tested and I was positive for cocaine. I got expelled. Then I go into Babcock. The same thing. The thing was, I was already used to crack. So when I go into Babcock, the first thing I asked for alpha, where can I get highness and stuff. So, but the funny thing, they didn't used to sell crack in Babcock. So we have to leave Babcock with my guys, rent an apartment in Ikeja, stay like the whole week, buy any highness, all assorted things, alcohol.
Yeah, Lagos.
Yeah, in Lagos, yeah. Buy assorted things, everything, and we just get wasted for the weekend and go back to school. Well, I couldn't continue with that because I was paying transport and and I even used my school fees. That was the last thing that made me like messed me up was I used my school fees. Babcock, if they pay school fees, they don't pay straight into the office. They pay it into like how will I explain this? There's a place they pay into. Then from there you can pay straight to school. So if your parents pay it there, me as a student, I can go and withdraw the money. So anytime they pay school fees, I just withdraw it. So I couldn't write exams, I couldn't do things. They found out as well and I got expelled. Then I was meant to go back to UK after that. But I had to go for drug tests and things because my cousins, they were like, for me to come back to UK, I have to be clean and this and that. And I wasn't ready for that because I was in another world another galaxy. Like I wasn't reasoning like a normal human being anymore. I just wanted the highness. So that didn't work out. My sister now linked me up to the VC of the Greg University, the last school I went to before I got. And I got an admission there. But even writing exams, they just gave me admission. And I was doing well as well, you know, just calmed down, drugs and stuff. But it was worst in the school, like everywhere. They were selling crystal meth, crack cocaine, molly, rochi, everything was sold in the hostel. So this time I didn't even have to leave school because everything was done inside the hostel. And it was like everybody did drugs.
This is Babcock.
No, Greg University.
Where is it?
It's in Abia State, Uturu.
Okay.
Yeah. So everybody, even the girls, like first time I saw girls like do crack, do crystal meth and things. So that was my downfall. Because this one I didn't have to leave school. I just stayed in hostel, just text you how far I need this, come to my room. I'll transfer for you, and I did my thing.
So students were selling.
Yes, it was sold by
So
students.
what was the supply?
He was a final year student. His dad was chief of staff of Abia State. So he was authorized to drive in the school. He was a 500 level engineering student. And he used to live in America, but he got deported because of drugs. So he used to leave school and he buys everything, comes in school, and then sell for the dealers in the school. So, and they didn't used to search him because he had like authorization and things. So that's how he got drugs into school. And the school is not even as if they don't act like private school. It was just like a federal school because I could leave school without exits, without any permission and things like that. So it was just free. But I didn't have to because I was getting all I needed in school. So, I just got myself messed up. I looked like someone that had HIV. I was so skinny. I nearly died because crack ties my belly. Anytime I take crack, I don't eat. I can starve myself like straight 2 weeks without anything entering my belly. Straight 2 weeks and I won't eat. Nothing. I won't feel hungry. You can bring food here. I won't even taste it. So it really messed me up. My parents thought I had HIV and things. I nearly died. I couldn't walk properly. My eyes was affected. And last, I just had to confess to my dad, like, see, I'm addicted to crystal meth and crack cocaine. So I was admitted to my first private rehab in Abuja. And I was meant to stay 3 months there. I really didn't want to because there was a lot of procedures. They have to do this, you have to do that. No phone allowed. Many things, but it was a chilling place. It was really nice. They had swimming pool, they had the gym, they had library. It was chilled, but it was expensive though. And when I saw everything, I was like, all right, let me just stay here for 3 months, just 3 months, and I'm out. So I got in, made some friends, and I was recovering somehow, going for my therapy. And one day, there were some high class guys there. So I don't know how they sneaked their phone in. Sometimes when we come visiting, they can bring provisions for you and things, food. So I think what they did, they planned, and one of them got their phones. So he put it inside rice and covered it with rice, put stew, put meat and other things. And they brought it in. From then, he was like, he wanted to do drugs. So from the rehab, we were still doing drugs. He just calls his dealer. His dealer would dress up really nice, come with a really nice ride, come as his uncle, and then bring drugs for us. So that kept going on for 3 months. So 3 months I wasn't clean. I was still doing drugs in the rehab, but it was on low key. Then after the 3 months, I now told them that I wasn't still feeling fine and I needed to stay extra 3 months. So they were all happy. They thought like I was willing to change and things like that. So I now stayed extra 3 months, that's 6 months. And it was at the last phase of my rehabilitation that I stopped because I wasn't just I feel I was getting depressed. When I started doing it newly, when I think I'll be happy, you know, I'll just be calm as if, I don't have any problem and things like that. But 2020, yeah, 2021 December, my last phase of the rehabilitation, I just started. Anytime I take, I just felt depressed. After, like, I can be taken and I'll start crying. It just got me to a sober, like, it made me sober. Like, I just felt, I don't know, I just felt I was killing myself all over again. I spoke to my therapist and I opened up to him. I didn't cast anybody. I was like, just opened up. I was like, I'm still on crack. And it's really messing me up mentally. And he told me what to do. He put me on pills. So he was giving me these tablets every day. And that tablet, what it does, anytime I have craving for drugs, I just get hungry. So I just started eating. Eating became my new addiction. I wasn't into crack again, just food. Anytime you see me with two shawarma, you see me with pizza, you just see me with junk food, I'll just be eating. Then when I left the rehab to stay with my sister in Abuja, I was really big. So everybody was complaining, was like, is it good living that you stop drugs, that's why you're getting big and stuff. I still got depressed again, I got obese, I got big. And just chatting with some of my friends, I was like, guy, I don't add weight to, I need to lose weight. But, start ice now. Like, I was like, no, I can't. I did ice, but like, I didn't really catch the cruise. Crack was the main thing I did. So like, 2022, February, I started doing ice. And I got hooked to ice. But the thing with ice wasn't expensive like crack. It's cheaper. So at least I saved a little money. Started doing ice from that February to August. I did ice. And I didn't achieve anything throughout 2022. Nothing at all my whole plans. I was meant to travel out, went to the embassy to renew my British passport because I had to send it back to UK to get renewed. Went to the embassy in Abuja to get my Nigerian passport renewed. Did that. After that, I had to go for some tests because I knew I was still on ice. I was now dodging, so I didn't go. By that time, my dad fell sick. So he was sent back to UK with my mom. So I was here with my sister for like a year. So I think she found out that I was back on drugs and she told my sister, and she told my mom that I was back on drugs and things like that because I lost weight. All these drugs, they don't make me eat. For weeks, I won't eat. I've just been drinking water because you get dehydrated. So I was just drinking water. And I just got tired of life. Because university, I didn't graduate. I sold my parents' cars. I sold like 3 cars, my dad's cars. In a year, so 3 cars. And still yet, he didn't kick me out. He still loved me for who I was, and he knew that I was influenced by drugs. He knew it wasn't me doing it, and I was vexed because me as the only son, Igbo people, they cherish their sons, especially if you're the only son. And I was messing up big time. Couldn't graduate. I messed up. We graduate now, earning good salary, doing things, but drugs messed me up. So I was just tired. Nearly committed suicide twice. But thank God I was saved by my uncles, by my uncle. Then that's how I found myself in the rehab I went to now.
But what you said you nearly committed suicide
Yeah. The first one, I hung myself
with the rope.
with a rope here in my room. Then I got busted. It was just my sister's husband. So that's how I was saved one. So I was under watch for like 2 weeks. The guy didn't, let's say he's like a friend, a family friend to my sister, but he stayed with me. Like if I was going to the bathroom, he goes with me. If I was in sitting room, he's with me. If I'm upstairs, he's with me. Then I started acting normal, as if I was okay. I was still depressed. I couldn't sleep. And then the second time, I got this rat poison, and I took it. I foamed, but I was rushed to the hospital. So they brought out everything from my system, and they revived me back. That's that was ending of last year. But I still didn't die. So God saved me 2 times. Sorry? Yeah, it wasn't my time. I didn't die, so I just saw it as a sign that God still had a purpose for my life. That everything was to be okay and things like that.
How were you able to form this lifestyle?
Well, firstly, every month they give me 200k for my allowance. Dad gives me 100, mom gives me 100. So sometimes my sisters will like throw in like 50-50. So like in a month I had 300k. And my guys had money too. So money wasn't an issue. Even if I didn't have money, I could always go to my guys. And so that wasn't an issue. Plus I used to do Yahoo. So I got money from that as well. But because of my drug living, I wasn't consistent with it. So I just dropped it off and just sticked with the cash I got and things. Once I go to my parents' room, take their cash and stuff. Sold my laptop 2 times. Sold my phone like more than 5 times. Sold my dad's car, 3 of his cars. For how much? Sold one for 800k. Sold one for 450. The last one I sold was very, 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 very disgraceful. 100k.
How much were the values of this car?
One was the Range Rover. One was 2018 Corolla, and then the other was Benza. So they were expensive. Why? So them just because of that urge of the drug.
Who were the people buying this
The
car?
No, the drug dealers. What you do is,
You trade them in.
yeah, you give them the keys of the car, and then they give you an amount of drugs. They can give you like maybe say crack a gram, like let's say they can give you like 20 grams of crack, and that's even up to like 600k. And then that's 20 grams now. If I call some babes and some guys, you can finish under 2 days. Because crack is something that as you're hitting it, the next second you still want another hit. It's not like ice. Ice, if you take it, you can take like 5 minutes, or like cocaine that you sniff. If you sniff cocaine now, you can just chill out, just walk around, do 1 or 2 things. But crack is not like that. Crack is very addictive. As you're taking it, you just want more. You just want to be taking it to get that satisfaction that your body needs, but you will never get there. So that's how it was. Just the dealers took the car keys and things, and the phones and the laptop, everything. If you didn't have cash, they drop something, and then they'll give you. But they know that you're not going to bring the cash to collect all those things back. Because when we went to get the cars back, we were calling like the amount that my popsy bought the cars. So it was just stupid. Very stupid. So that was it, Sha. Well, there was a time my mom lost interest in me. Like for some months, she didn't speak to me because we live in a family house, but my parents are old. Dad is 81. My mom is going 70. So they live upstairs and I live downstairs. So sometimes I don't see them. But when I started misbehaving, my mom just lost interest in me. She didn't speak to me. She didn't really give a fuck about me at all. She didn't want to associate herself with me anymore. But my dad was the one that was always there for me, even when I messed up.
Are you the youngest?
Yeah, I'm the last one. Yeah,
I'm the only child, the only male.
yeah, the only. But he never gave up on me. He was always there, trying to help me, supporting me. He was the one that found all the rehabs I went to. My mom didn't really care anymore. I stopped getting money from her. She stopped cooking and like she cooks, but she just makes the meal for my dad. Then do whatever you want to do. That was the attitude she gave me. Yeah, that kind of thing. My driver's license was seized. She seized it, my passport, everything. She didn't really give a fuck about me anymore. But later, she started changing anyway. That's it. So.
So does this past, how is it affecting today? How is it affecting your life today?
Well, it is because I still depend on my parents at my age now, and it's not meant to be. In my family, everybody's educated. I'm the only one in my family that doesn't have a degree. And I'm the only son of my father. And my father's elder brothers and younger ones, everyone is doing perfectly fine. Even my last cousin that just turned 18, she has her own apartment, she's working, and I'm still like this till now. So it really messed me up. Really, really, really messed me up big way. That trust, I haven't gotten that full trust from my parents, from my family as a whole. I wanted to go into branding and things. My sister supported me, but my mom was like, no, I'll probably use the money to do drugs. And I tried convincing her that I stopped. And I actually did because it is annoying. I want my life to change. I want to have a turnaround so that at least before I lose my dad, he will see, yes, I changed and I made progress. So at this point of my life, I'm just trying to start a new leaf because my past messed me up. The trust, one major thing with family is trust. If I had trust in my family, there's nothing I want to do that they won't support me. So that's just a trust, and that's what I lack.
For you now, where you are now, you say, that you reached that point in your life where you want to, nothing will make you go back to your old ways again.
Yes, 100%.
You won't
Because
fall for temptation again.
I can't. There's nothing. The funny thing, there's nothing in drugs. You just get high for just that moment, and then you've lost everything. There's nothing in drugs at all. After that moment, you're back to reality. You know that you're broke. You know that you don't have your own apartment. You know that you don't have a degree. You know that there's many things. So there's nothing in drugs. I've done it all.
You mentioned that the guys in your school
Yeah.
went to like Yahoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when you became part of that as well.
Yes, I did that, but even my guys, how worst I got into drugs was even my guys that introduced me to crack, they stopped without going to rehab, but I couldn't stop. So I was like the junkie of the clique. You understand? So anytime I was broke, I was like, okay, I need 100k, I need 200k. Alpha. And I couldn't pay them back. So like I was kicked out from the clique, something like that. So I couldn't even continue because Yahoo is all about updates and new things, and you just need a click to do it. So I didn't have my click because of drugs. I was like, fuck them, I don't need them, I could do it on my own and things. But I couldn't even hold my gadgets. I got 12 Pro. The next day, I went to the bunk, I sold it. So I didn't sell it, I gave it to the dealer to give me crack. My laptop, the same thing. So I couldn't hold gadgets to even continue the Yahoo. That was just the problem. The thing was in control of me. I wasn't in control of it. Anytime I take it, it would just tell me, do something stupid. I can drive now to the bunk to buy crack. I'll buy, and then as I'm leaving, they have like, just take one hit now. As I take that one hit, I'll start talking stupidly. How far would you how you like me? I give you this Venza now, just like that. That's how I would drop it. So it was in control of me. I wasn't in control of it, so it messed me up.
So, do you, like, looking back right now, do you worry about the future?
Right now, I actually don't worry about my future because I have plans, and because of my good behavior, the trust I've been looking for, I'm getting it little by little
From which sources?
from my aunties in UK and my sisters. But from my parents, no, I don't think like. But I feel if I can get along with my plan, my aunties, then I'll get the trust from my parents back.
Do you have any regrets?
I regret meeting some kind of people. That's just my regret. Meeting some kind of people, going to places I wasn't meant to go. That's just it. If I was focused with something, there's some kind of places I went to I wouldn't have gone to.
So, what part of your story are you not proud of?
Selling properties and cars in the house and stuff, and not graduating from university.
But is it too late?
Well, it's not too late.
Do
It's
you
not.
intend to go back?
Yes.
Can you start from where you stopped?
I can't go back to that university though. So my
That's,
plan.
yeah, the one
Yeah.
in Abia State.
Yeah. So my plans now is to go back to UK, and I've been learning. I've been in Lagos programming school, so I've been learning data science. So if I can get a certificate from there, and you know I'm good with what I do, I come back to UK, enroll back in university, and I'll be doing it part time. So that's just the plan on ground.
So, based on your own experience, what would you advise people watching right now to do? What would be your advice?
Say no to drugs. There's 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 no joy in it. There's no satisfaction. When you take anything, marijuana, crack, crystal meth, that first time you take it, that feeling you get, you can never get it again. And every drug user, that's what they chase after. They want to get that first hit they got, but you never get it.
Yeah, there's a saying that the first high is the highest high.
The highest high. So why people just get messed up really is because they want to get that high again, but you just cannot. And you just keep going deep, 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 deep,
So,
deep.
they're chasing the elusive high.
Exactly. Actually, people lure you into drugs one for you to, sponsor the drugs. That's one. You can get lured and be like, guy, try this. It's really nice. They know you have the money. So, as long as you're going to get hooked, you're always going to bring the cash for the satisfaction. So, when people do that, two, to just destroy you, people can just mess you up. Maybe you're doing better in this or you're getting this. They just want to take you down with drugs. And one funny thing is, I would say alcohol as well is a drug. Because when you're on alcohol, you don't know yourself. You do things that is not even. So I feel if people can actually stay away from alcohol, they can stay away from drugs. Because people get lured. I know plenty of people who's been lured through alcohol.
True alcohol.
Yeah, like they are drunk,
Yeah.
and then I'm like,
And then they
try
come
this.
back. Yeah.
They're hooked
And yeah.
instantly. So I think alcohol is like the major step.
Okay, so let me now ask you a personal question.
Okay.
Why are you doing this? Why are you doing
Okay.
this?
to save people's soul. There are people who are destined to be great, and they don't know yet. And I feel the only thing that can drag them down is drugs. And I wouldn't like anybody to go through what I've been through at all. I mean to tell you the true facts about drugs. It kills. It's not, maybe you see in movies people smoke, and it's not like that. When you take it, you're not, it's just like being controlled. Something is controlling you. You don't have a decision of your own. It changes your thinking. You might see this is black. Because of the drugs, you say it's blue. Drugs will make you not to bath. You won't cut your hair. You won't want to associate with anybody. That's not life. That's putting yourself in a bondage of you feeling that you're having fun. So putting yourself in that kind of situation, you're killing yourself. With drugs, you cannot get anything accomplished, because as you're getting profit, you're spending it on drugs. That's just it. So I wouldn't like anybody to go through what I passed through, because there's no way in that. There's nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Do you have a permission to show this to?
Yes, you do.
What do you do at the moment?
Well, I'm learning programming, so that's what I'm doing right now. Well, the funny thing, money was my trigger before. If I didn't have money, I won't do drugs. But I learned how to control myself, because when I get money, the only thing that is in my mind is do drugs. But later on, I found out that it's just waste of resources and things, because I never get anything done. And I don't think if I start getting huge income, that I think going back to drugs will be the next thing, because I have plans. I've made plans for myself. I've made big plans for myself, and I don't think I want to ruin that. And I wouldn't lie, little by little, I went back to Yahoo, and I've seen small cash. So, and I didn't go back to drugs.